23 years young. I got genes that are 23 years old. That is a true story. Bringing him on for the first time this show, Flyweight King, Josh, man. What's up, Josh? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. How you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Nice to see you.
My first question for you.
Go ahead. You got it, Dave.
Ladies first, Al.
I have to know what it's like to make all of us born before the year 2000 feel incredibly old as fans. As one of the first fighter to be both yourself and your opponent are born in the 2000s. Like, are we really that old?
Not really, man. Like, to be honest, I feel old because all this, my little cousin, they be like, you know, they calling me old and stuff already. So yeah.
If you're old, we're screwed. So
yeah, I know, that's crazy. I guess that generic question after a win, how's life going? Was the fight like you expected? There was a scramble and madness a lot of times in that fight. Crazy fun fight to watch on our end. How you feeling right now on a Tuesday?
I feel good, man. I feel great. You know what I mean? Especially with a guy like getting a win with a guy like him. I did said it like before the fight that I want to test myself with a guys like him. You know, a great wrestler. So I feel great.
Obviously, like you said, a guy like him, a guy like Ray Tsuruya, who was undefeated at the time, 10-0, and incredibly dangerous. What is your take on kind of, because we saw him have these really great moments in the fight, obviously, killer throw. Was there anything that was surprising to you? And also just kind of what's your take on his game overall moving forward as another fighter who's very young in the sport and what you feel like he can improve upon?
Man, what surprised me was his cardio, you know, to be able to shoot for all 3 rounds. That was crazy. You know what I mean? Usually people would shoot in the first round, then by the second round, like they'll get tired and stuff like that. But that guy don't get tired. So shout out to him. And, you know, like you say, he's young, man. He's 22 years old. You know, I feel like if you get the right coaching, man, he do so much better. You know, I feel like he was, in case of who he was fighting, I think they was kind of rushing him a little bit. You know what I mean? But like I said, we can't say no to a fight. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
And with that fight being a 3-round fight, so tiring, do you think maybe the next one, 6-1 in the UFC? We've seen a couple flyweight main events. The fight night before this pay-per-view was a flyweight main event. Are you hoping for your next fight being a fight night, 5-round main event, trying to get that 5 rounds in you before a possible Pantoja fight in the near future?
I'm down. I'm down for 5 rounds. You know, I'm ready.
I'm a little disappointed to not see your name in the rankings. I'm sure you are as well. And somebody in the comment section said, he said Van shouldn't have been kicked out the rankings with Asakura still in. Your thoughts on just it seems like there's been kind of a weird vibe surrounding Kai Asakura. The guy comes in from another promotion, immediate title shot, which at the time I think made sense with how dominant Pantoja's been in the division. Mm-hmm. And then gets immediately moved down to number 14. Just give us your all over feelings on the rankings as a whole.
You know, with the ranking, man, I was just happy to be in the top 15 for a couple of weeks, you know, and then they decided to take me out. So now I know that all that ranking is bullshit. So I don't really. There
is somebody still in the rankings that I know you were previously supposed to fight, which actually my teammate Bruno Silva. Is that I'm not sure honestly when he's going to be back. I know he's injured and whatnot, but is that a fight you'd like to maybe get back? Because he's number 12 right now.
If you really want to fight me, then yeah, you know what I mean. I don't choose who I'm fighting, but if you really want to get in there, welcome.
One thing that I think it's kind of fun about the flyweight division that it's a little bit it's different from other divisions. To me, the lightweight, you have to win 3 ranked fights and kind of go up like this. With Steve Ursay getting the win, he was number 8, and then all of a sudden it's like he gets a short notice title fight. It can happen quick in that division. There's just maybe not as much depth as other divisions, middleweight, featherweight, stuff of that nature. Like, do you really, Josh, like, do you feel you might be 2 fights away from a title fight? Like, people, like, a lightweight unranked, like Ruffy is probably 5. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of beef before that. 2-3 fights away, a couple finishes, you're right in that range. Do you feel the same way? Do you not? Am I off base? What do you think about being closer than what people think?
Nah, you absolutely right. I feel like in the flyweight, it just depends on who you fight too, you know.
Sure.
So if they give me a right matchup and a right guy, I feel like I'm probably like you say, I'm probably like 2 fights away from being a title contender. So that's why I gotta stay on the grind, man. I gotta stay on the grind every day.
This is a great becoming one of my favorites. Let's go. Always exciting for sure, man. We love to watch you fight. There was a great question here in the comments as well. DC said that you started training wrestling late and and we're all very impressed with your grappling defense and just how well it fits into your game. So just tell us a little bit about your grappling background overall.
My grappling things, when I first started training, I hated jiu-jitsu so much that, you know what I mean, I had to ask my coach, I'm like, so I want to be a fighter, but do I really have to do this jiu-jitsu stuff? And you know what his answer is? He's like, yes, you definitely got to do it. So, like, I don't really pay attention to the grappling side. So until I got to 4 rounds like 2 years ago. And, you know, when I make my, when I was going to make debut in the UFC, like they scheduled me for a contender series. That's when I start training wrestling.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I heard Manel Kopp in an interview recently was like, no, I thought jiu-jitsu was very gay. So you were the same mindset as Manel Kopp.
When I walk into the gym, I was like, why do grown-ass men hugging each other? You know what I mean? I didn't know what fighting was until I was 17, 18. So, you know, it was weird for me.
Got to be ready for Pantoja, right?
That's why I was so happy with my last fight, you know what I mean? Like, prepare me for the future and stuff like that, yeah.
So, my man, with that being said, like, were you a fan of it? Like, did you watch, you know, Mighty Mouse in that run coming up? Or now are you, like, kind of catching up with everything? Like, holy crap, I got to watch all this stuff? Or are you a person that doesn't, like, watch people, you know, TJ Dillashaw and Cejudo, stuff of that nature?
No, I didn't know what UFC was. Like, I know everybody know what boxing is, right? I didn't know what UFC MMA was until Conor McGregor and Mayweather fought.
Wow.
You know, when they keep going back and forward, I was like, who's this white crazy guy? And then I do some research. That's how I know UFC, you know what I mean? And a couple of my friends, they see me fight in the street and, you know what I mean, in school and stuff like that. So they was like, you got talent. You should do MMA. I was like, what is MMA? And then, you know, do some research and stuff like that. So that's how I know UFC and MMA.
Wow. That's crazy that we're now in a generation of fighters that didn't grow up watching Demetrius Johnson. That's how old we are, Dave.
I know. We're at. We got Josh, man, he's like, Fortnite and, banging in the street watching Conor versus Floyd. I love it. And he's one of the best in the world right now. Josh, you're one of the best flyweights on this planet. It's crazy. Crazy. Man. It seems like the rumor on the streets and maybe some birdies have told some of us, maybe we're going to see Pantoja and Kaikar France next early in the summer, maybe in New Jersey. I don't know. We'll see. How do you think that fight goes? Are you rooting a certain way or do you not care at all and you just want to see a banger?
I just want to see a fight. You know what I mean? If I was in like a title contender conversation, then I would worry a little bit. But right now, as of right now, is one fight at a time. So I don't really care because, I'll get my chance either way. So if I want to become a champion, I have to fight everybody anyway. So I don't care as of right now.
Are you watching like the top guys, Pantoja, Kaikar France, Cap? Are you watching them now? Oh, these are guys I'm going to fight in the near future? Or are you still kind of not watching a ton of UFC?
I didn't watch Manel last fight, but I watched the one he fought Bruno Silva.
Yeah,
that was a great fight. But I didn't watch his last fight, but I saw
watch those eye pokes. Watch those eye pokes on Cap.
That was eye poke for him.
Yeah,
because I just see the highlight and stuff like that. So that's crazy.
They didn't look that bad,
huh?
They didn't.
No, because I see the picture. The other guys posed on Twitter. That was bad. It was red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think he did it on purpose by any means.
Didn't look quite as bad as Cejudo's eye, but it still didn't look great. Still didn't look good.
Did you think it was on purpose, the eye poke, or was just an accidental?
No, it looked like it's just his style. He's long, and it was like it like slid across his face.
Yeah.
Man, talking about Cejudo, man. Come on now, why you hating on me, Cejudo?
Oh, he's
Cejudo was talking about you?
Nah, man, it's because my opponent, he was offering to train him and stuff like that to fight me and shit like that. You know what I mean? I probably post on Twitter. Like, come on, Henry Cejudo.
Aw.
Hey, Cejudo was on this show like a little while ago. Well, I'm gonna send him this video. I'll be like, hey, don't be hating on my guy Josh, man. This is the winning side.
Cejudo did was
this is the A side.
Talking about us wrestlers gotta stick together. Come on now.
Tell Cejudo you're a wrestler now. Be like, hey,
right, I got cauliflower now. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Man, I love it. Can you tell us real quick a behind the scenes or a fun story that you had out there in Las Vegas that maybe you told people out there or whatever, but something with you and your team or with a fan or something, fight night? Did you kind of like a behind the scene good story out there UFC 313 weekend?
Every fight week, we always have fun, you know how people are like, we about to fight, and then they acting like we not like that, we like to joke around and stuff like that. But the funniest moment was when I walked out. I was about to fight and I walked out. I saw my mom in the crowd and I was trying to give her a hug. I guess she was nervous, so she don't know what to do, so she just slapped my face. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I walk into the cage. I was like, oh damn.
Is that on video? Do you have that?
I hope not, because I didn't see my walkout videos, but because I was trying.
Yeah, they went to a commercial during his walk down.
Yeah.
There has to be a video of that out there somewhere. We need that. We need that.
Future champ right there. Wow, Josh, huge fan. Al, anything else for Josh?
Oh, just big congrats, man. A beautiful performance. Obviously, you're always a treat to watch in the octagon. We had a blast, and I'm sure we will. As you work your way back into the rankings, hopefully very soon.
Yes,
that's for sure. For sure, guys. 13-2, 6-1 in the UFC. Rising superstar, soon to be flyweight UFC world champion, Joshua Van Man. Appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, here we go. Joshua Van. That kid's a stud.
Yeah,
he is good.